this video, we're going to discuss curve between elements. Curve between elements, we're going to open up this blue lines profile in the view number 8. And we're going to be taking a look at these bottom two lines that are in here. So in this view, we have two lines already drawn at the bottom. We're going to go up into the open roads modeling, geometry, vertical, and then we're going to look at curves, profile curve between elements, and we have 4 different options in here to take a look at. We're going to look at the parabola between elements. So we can set the options in the dialog box. Trim and extend. This time you have none, back, ahead, and both. We're going to switch it to both. And we can give it a name. Move out on the screen, it says locate the profile element. So we're going to pick that line on the left, second one on the right, and then we're going to move our mouse up and down for the different solutions that we have. We're going to key in a length of 300 and lock that in. And as you can see, you can go up or down on this one. So you can solve 2 or 1. We're going to solve for option 1 with a left click. And then it wants to trim both. So we're going to go ahead and left click to allow it to do that. Okay, then you have a 300-foot vertical parabola. I'm going to undo that real quick so we can use those same two lines and create our next curve. So we'll go into curves, profile curve between elements, and asymmetrical. Okay, we can have 2 different lengths in there fill out. We can fill out a name. We can come out here on the screen and left click on the left line, left click on the right line for our 2 lines. We're going to key in 150. And we're going to come out here and lock in 200 for the second length. And that will give us an asymmetrical curve between those 2 points, or those 2 elements. Okay, accept that and it's going to trim both. As you can see, we've got a 150 on the left and a 200 on the right. We're going to undo that. Take a look at the next curve that we have. Profile curve between elements, circular curve between elements. Pick that tool. Everything in the dialog box is pretty much the same. We can trim both, give it a name, come out on the screen, locate the first profile element. That's the line on the left. Second is on the right, and this one's going to be a circular curve. We can left click to place that and accept it to trim it back. If we select it, you can see that you can edit that information. I could key in 300 here if I want and get that circular curve. Okay, I'm going to undo again to get the lines back. Curve, profile, curve between elements, and the last one, profile curve between elements. And this one we have several different options in here. The offsets, the vertical curve parameter, the lengths. We can trim both. We get to tell it what the type of curve it is. We can do parabola and give it a name. So in this one, our vertical curve offsets, we're going to come in here and give it an offset of 1 for the back and 1 for the ahead. So we'll be off 1 foot above each one of these lines. So you can see I left click on the one on the left, accept that offset, left click on the right, accept that offset, and now I've got a parabola that's trying to connect 1 foot above each one of those lines. As you can see, it doesn't allow you to trim because you are actually 1 foot off of those 2 blue lines, so it won't allow you to trim those. You can come out and select that parabola we made. You can see we've got the 1 foot offset. can switch that to 0. Switch that to 0 on both sides. So then we're right on that line. If you take a look at the properties of that parabola, go down in there and look at the profile curve between elements, how it's created. There's a trim and extend in there, and we can go ahead and set it at both again. And then it'll trim it because it's on 0 offset.